rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up.
Michael Vick, he's going to go. Touchdown, Carolina. Michael Vick with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with the Hall of Famer Sayers. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Tress Way now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Randy Moss, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 45.
On 2nd and 12, Young, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Come on now, let's go.
Mike 50. Silver.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Vick running the option left. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On second and very short, Vick. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go now. 61. Mike 50, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hold on. On me. Now. Mike 50. They gonna need some therapy after this. Hey, alert 3. It's run.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Vick, option right. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Carolina. Michael Vick, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Got it. Rock it. Record. Under 10. 10.
First carry for the Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Hey,
Play action now. Here's Steve Young being chased out left. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
50 to Mike. I got you. I got you.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Throwing right, and that's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion, but it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand, and it just whistles to the receiver.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Vic running the option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards, a first down. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
He may and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Michael. To nothing. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Leo.
Now on 2nd and 13. Young under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch the slip. Hard.
Third and long for Young. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Kevin Green. And boy, possession here turns over. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Buddy up. Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. Here we go, D. All day.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing, Vic. He's got a man. It's the tight end, Casper. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 56 yards. Check, 59.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They run on first down with Jackson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
What you got?
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain? I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Let's go. 10, touchdown. Watch the screen. Pass.
Mike, check, 59.
On third down, Vic. Steps away to his left. This will be caught by Randy Moss. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Ricky.
He can run for it, and he will. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Check, 59.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
He was taken down by Ty Law. It's a pickup.
on second down. It's Jackson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. From the gun, Vick. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Patrick Willis with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
After the made field goal, Stenerud back out there to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Slay.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The Hall of Famer Ty Law coming up from the secondary to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they come up facing a 3rd and 5.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. 3 out. 3 out. Let's go. Let's go. 45.
On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun, shedding the tackle. Caught by his running back, Sayers. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 4. Check 4.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some
blitz coming, and down he goes. Kevin Green coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Let's go. D, tighten up. Check it.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The 49er great Patrick Willis in on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Ray Guy now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here comes the ball.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Again, they'll run with Sayers. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch.
They run with Sayers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the 39, Vick. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now here's Vick. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Vick. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Switch. Go. Be ready.
From the gun, Vic. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Operating from the gun. Vic, rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Green able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Vic readies to throw, and that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Vic. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Stenerud able to put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Vick, this one complete to Ingram. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, Vick. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And some room to run now. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The tackle by Brian Dawkins.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Lawrence Taylor. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
You don't want no problems with me. Come on, set. 70 Indy. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, hey.
SOS.
Vic on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And Vic's throw there incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Returnable now for Allen. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Carolina! Michael Vick, 52 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said,
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Kevin Green in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And that'll set him back 5. That was second down throw for Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Here's Michael Vick. That'll be caught by Rice. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Panthers have recovered.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they did it in shutout fashion.
Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coast regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. No